The Haunting of Hollow Hill. Once upon a time in the small, secluded town of Hollow Hill, there was a legend that sent shivers down the spines of children and adults alike. It was said that every Halloween, when the moon hung low and the shadows grew long, something sinister stirred in the depths of the ancient forest that surrounded the town. No one knew for sure what it was, but the locals called it the Hollowed Ghost. It was said to be a vengeful spirit, bound to the land after a terrible curse befell the town centuries ago. The curse was rumored to be the result of a broken promise, and ever since, the Hollowed Ghost sought to bring misfortune to anyone who dared to venture into the forest alone on Halloween night. Among the townsfolk, there was a brave, adventurous young girl named Emilie. She had heard the stories of the Hollowed Ghost, but her curiosity and fearlessness got the better of her. She decided that this Halloween, she would be the one to unravel the mystery. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the moon began its ascent, Emilie donned her costume and set out on her daring quest. The air grew colder, and the forest seemed to close in around her, whispering eerie tales of the past. Emilie's heart pounded, but she pressed on, determined to uncover the truth. Deeper and deeper into the woods she went, until the ancient trees loomed like silent sentinels. Suddenly, a gust of wind swept through the branches, extinguishing her lantern. In the darkness, Emilie could feel a presence, something watching and waiting. Panic set in, but it was too late to turn back. She pressed on, relying only on the pale moonlight filtering through the dense canopy. It wasn't long before she stumbled upon an overgrown path leading to a clearing. In the center of the clearing stood an eerie, dilapidated mansion, its windows shattered and ivy creeping up its walls. The air grew still, and Emilie's every breath seemed to echo through the silence. She knew she had reached the heart of the curse. Just as Emilie's courage began to wane, a mournful wail echoed through the night, chilling her to the bone. The Hollowed Ghost materialized before her, its form ethereal and ghastly. It bore the weight of centuries of sorrow and anger. Emilie froze, unable to move. The Hollowed Ghost's hollow eyes bore into hers, filled with a sadness that sent shivers down her spine. In that moment, Emilie understood the tragic tale that bound the spirit to this forsaken place. As the night wore on, Emilie and the Hollowed Ghost exchanged stories, bridging the gap between the past and present. Emilie learned of the broken promise that led to the curse, and of the desperate hope for forgiveness that lingered in the ghost's heart. As the first light of dawn broke through the trees, the Hollowed Ghost's form began to fade. With a final, bittersweet smile, it vanished, leaving Emilie alone in the clearing. From that day on, Emilie returned to Hollow Hill every Halloween, but she was never alone. She brought friends and family, sharing the story of the Hollowed Ghost, and together they paid their respects to the spirit of the forest. And so, the legend of the Hollowed Ghost served as a reminder to the townspeople of Hollow Hill that some mysteries were not meant to be unraveled alone, and that in unity, they could find strength and understanding even in the face of the most haunting of tales.